From the movie.
minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, and laughter in strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
So that is Rent. So I encourage you to check out more of the music.
Could I ask a question? What's the message of this musical?
It's not really a specific message. It's more about these specific friends who are just trying to live. They're very poor. Some of them have the disease, so they're trying to get treatment, but they can't pay for it. It's more about art in New York, about films, making performances, that kind of thing. Other questions about Rent? Right, the next musical. Is Fiddler on the Roof. A fiddler is a violinist. So, who has heard of Fiddler on the Roof? Some people in the back. Okay, good. This, like The Sound of Music, is an older Broadway musical. It began in 1964, and there is also a movie from 1971. I love the movie so much. It's one of my favorite movies. It also won the Tony for Best Musical, but this is the most famous popular musical with all Jewish characters, and the songs are still very, very famous in the United States. So, who are these characters? We have Tevye. It is 1905 in Imperial Russia, and Tevye is a poor Jewish, yes, it's Imperial Russia. Tevye is a poor Jewish milkman. He has 5 daughters, and so we follow him and also his 3 oldest daughters. They are trying to find husbands.
There is a pretty famous play in Russia.
Yeah.
Based on this, yeah.
Based on this musical?
On this story.
Cool, but the musical is better because the music is beautiful. So, obviously it's about family and poverty and religion and tradition and what happens when these things clash. When you have family on one side and tradition on the other and they don't work together. So, the first clip is from the movie, and it's a very famous song called If I Were a Rich Man. Conditional number 2, everybody. So. Tevye is thinking about how different his life would be if he had money. I think we all do that sometimes.
To death. Oh, dear Lord. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune?
If I were a rich man, yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. All day long I biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. If I were a biddy-biddy rich, idle-diddle-diddle-diddle man, I...
So he goes on, and then at the end, there's a very dramatic finish. Let's see it.
If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan? If I were a wealthy man.
I love this song. And then the next song from this musical is his three oldest daughters. They are Saitel, Huddle, and Chava, and they are singing about how they want husbands. But of course, in this community in 1905, a woman and a man did not decide who they were going to marry. They had a woman who was an older woman called a matchmaker, who said, oh, this man is going to marry this woman. This woman is going to marry this man. And their matchmaker is an old woman named Jente. So you will hear them talk about Jente in the song.
Taylor, I didn't ask you. Ethel, you're the oldest. So they have to make a match for you before they can make one for me. And then after her, one for me. So if Jente brings Jente. Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. She might bring someone wonderful, someone interesting, and well off, and important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil, you bring the groove, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. Or Papa, make him a scholar. Or Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Since when are you interested in a match, Chava? I thought you just had your eye on your books. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son.
Well, why not? We only have one rabbi, and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a girl from a poor family. So whatever Yenta brings, you'll take, right? Of course, right.
Huddle! Oh, Huddle! Have I made a match for you? He's handsome, he's young.
All right, he's 62, but he's a nice man, a good catch, true? True.
I promise you'll be happy. And even if you're not, there's more to life than that.
Don't ask me what.
Mama, I found him! Will you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall. That is, from side to side. But he's a nice man, a good catch, right? Right. You heard he has a temper. He'll beat you every night. But only when he's sober. So you're all right.
So this musical is wonderful, and you should find the 1971 movie. The next one, I think more of you will know. It is The Phantom of the Opera. Who knows The Phantom of the Opera? Yeah, there we go. So, this started on Broadway in 1988, and there is a movie of it too. This is one of the most popular Broadway musicals of all time. First, it is the longest running Broadway show ever. It has had over 12,000 Broadway performances. Also, it is the second highest in terms of money. So Lion King #1, Phantom of the Opera #2. And of course, it's just so popular. Everyone knows something about Phantom of the Opera. So what is the story? It's based on a book by Gaston Leroux. We have Christine. She is a young, naive soprano working in the Paris Opera House, and her teacher is the Phantom. He's a man who lives in the basement of the Opera House. And when the musical starts, Christine has never seen her teacher. He sings to her through the pipes in the Opera House. And when she does meet him, she learns that he wears a mysterious mask. So the first song is from the beginning of the musical. It is the first time that Christine sings, and it's called Think of Me.
Andre, this is doing nothing for my nerves. She's very pretty.
Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Remember me once in a while, please promise me you'll try. Then you'll find that once again you long to take the heart back and be free. If you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me.
So that's just a beautiful song. And the next one is the classic, The Phantom of the Opera, when the Phantom meets Christine face to face for the first time and takes her to the basement of the Opera House.
In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came. That voice which calls to me and speaks my name. And do I dream again? For now I find the Phantom of the Opera is there inside my heart.
That is The Phantom of the Opera. The next one is not as famous, or I don't think it's very famous at all, in Russia, but it is in America and Britain. Let's find it. The Book of Mormon. Who has heard of the Book of Mormon? So, only the Americans in the room, but I promise it's big in Great Britain and in America. So, it's a pretty new musical. It just opened in 2011. Why is it a big deal? Okay, it's from the creators of South Park. It's very daring, vulgar, people say, and funny too. It's seen as a brilliant religious satire. And it's about two Mormon missionaries who go to Uganda to try to convert the Ugandan villagers. So we're going to listen to a song from one of the Mormon missionaries. The song is called I Believe, and he sings about his faith. And this performance is from the Tony Awards in 2011 or 2012.
Ever since I was a child, I tried to be the best. So what happened? My family and friends all said I was blessed. So what happened? It was supposed to be all so exciting, to be teaching of Christ across the sea. But I allowed my faith to be shaken. Oh, what's the matter with me? I've always longed to help the needy, to do the things I never dared.
Oh, just for your information, this part of the song is a joke about The Sound of Music. So it sounds like a song from The Sound of Music.
This was the time for me to step up. So then why was I so scared? A warlord who shoots people in the face. What's so scary about that? I must trust that my Lord is mightier and always has my back. Now I must be completely devout. I can't have even one shred of doubt. I believe that the Lord God created the universe. I believe that He sent His only Son to die for my sins. And I believe that ancient Jews built boats and sailed to America. I am a Mormon, and a Mormon trust believes. You cannot just believe partway. You have to believe in it all. My problem was doubting the Lord's will instead of standing tall. I can't allow myself to have any doubt. It's time to set my worries free. Time to show the world what Elder Christ is about and share the power inside of